Welcome to episode 426. If you're feeling heavy, foggy, puffy, or more run down than usual as we move into January, this episode is for you. In Ayurveda, post-holiday sluggishness isn't just about overindulgence. It's often a sign that our lymphatic system and rasa dhatu need support. We explore why congestion is so common at this time of the year and gentle ways to restore flow, vitality, and clarity as we step into the new year. Welcome to the Elements of Ayurveda podcast. I'm your host, Colette. And if you're new to Ayurveda, I recommend starting with the first few episodes where I introduce the foundations of Ayurveda and the doshas. To learn more, work with me, or explore my offerings, you can visit elementshealingandwellbeing.com. And for podcast updates, join me on Instagram at Elements of Ayurveda Podcast. And before we begin, just a quick note to say that this podcast is for educational and inspirational purposes only. It's not intended as medical advice. Now let's dive into this episode. Hey there, and welcome back to the Elements of Ayurveda and Happy New Year. And as we come out of the holiday season, which brings connection and celebration, it can also leave many of us feeling heavy, foggy, puffy, or sluggish as we move into January. All that time spent connecting indoors can result in spreading colds and flu and seasonal bugs. In Ayurveda, this post-holiday feeling isn't just about indulgence or lack of routine. It's often a sign that our rasa dhatu, the body's primary nourishing fluid, has become stagnant. When rasa is not flowing well, our immunity weakens, our energy drops, and both the body and mind can start to feel congested. In this episode, I talk all about the lymphatic system through the lens of Ayurveda and how rasa dhatu supports immunity, hydration, and emotional well-being, and why this time of year is especially prone to congestion. We'll also explore gentle seasonal ways to clear stagnation without harsh detoxing, and how to restore flow, vitality, and clarity as we step into the new year. So let's begin with looking at rasa dhatu, which is the foundation of our nourishment. In Ayurveda, rasa dhatu is the first of the 7 tissues formed after digestion, and it includes our plasma and our lymph. And it acts as the primary nourishing medium that delivers hydration, nutrients, and information to every cell of the body. But what's important to understand here is that rasa is not formed simply from what we eat. It's formed from how well we digest, absorb, and assimilate our food. After we eat, the digestive fire, or agni, transforms our food into a refined essence. The very first tissue created from this process is rasa dhatu. If agni, our digestive fire, is functioning optimally, rasa will be clear, fluid, and nourishing. However, if our agni is weak, irregular, or overloaded, rasa may become heavy, diluted, sticky, or stagnant. This is why Ayurveda places so much emphasis on digestion, because every tissue downstream depends on the quality of rasa. And rasa is responsible for hydration and lubrication of tissues, immune resilience and prevention of disease, emotional contentment, calm, and a sense of being nourished, and proper circulation of nutrients and removal of waste. When rasa flows well, we feel supported from the inside out, physically, emotionally, and energetically. We feel hydrated, emotionally resourced, and able to receive nourishment from life. However, when rasa becomes stagnant or poorly formed, we may experience puffiness or water retention, sluggish digestion and low appetite, brain fog, dullness or heaviness, frequent colds or lingering congestion, emotional lethargy, attachment, or a sense of being stuck. I explore the formation and nourishment of all the 7 tissues or dhatus of the body in much more detail in episode 92 titled Nutrition of the Dhatus, which I'll link in the show notes if you'd like to deepen your understanding of this foundational Ayurvedic process. But moving on here, let's look at why the festive season disrupts rasa. As I discussed in episode 420 recently, titled Ayurvedic Tips for a Happy and Healthy Holiday Season, the festive period can easily throw the Vata dosha out of balance. Early winter is already a Vata time of year, and during the holidays, there's often a lot of rushing around, travel, last-minute planning, irregular meal times, late nights, disrupted routines, and increased social stimulation, which will all increase the Vata dosha. And now in that episode 420, I shared many Ayurvedic tips to help you stay nourished, present, and balanced through the festive season. And now that the holiday season has passed, you may start to feel the effects of that increased Vata. And this could show up as dryness, digestive discomfort, anxiety, difficulty sleeping, and feeling ungrounded or scattered mentally. At the same time, you may be experiencing signs of increased kapha dosha, as the festive season can naturally increase kapha qualities too, due to the heavy, rich and sweet foods, irregular routines and eating later in the day, less movement and little exercise, more sitting, more sleeping and less daylight, and emotional overstimulation followed by lethargy. At the same time, our agni, our digestive fire, often weakens. And when agni is low or inconsistent, rasa dhatu becomes improperly formed. Food is not fully digested, absorbed, or assimilated, leading to the formation of ama or toxins. Rather than being eliminated efficiently, this ama, the toxins, can circulate through the lymphatic system, contributing to congestion, sluggish immunity, and that heavy, foggy feeling many people notice in January. By this time of year, many people are experiencing a combination of Vata depletion and Kapha congestion, feeling both wired and heavy at the same time. So how does this increase in Vata and Kapha doshas affect the lymphatic system? Well, it's helpful to break this down as Vata and Kapha affect the lymphatic system in different ways. When Vata dosha affects the lymphatic system, it tends to disrupt flow rather than create heaviness. Vata can cause the movement of lymph to become irregular or inefficient, and this may show up as dryness of the tissues despite puffiness elsewhere, erratic swelling, fatigue, anxiety, and a sense of instability in the body and mind. Vata dries, disperses, and destabilizes the movement of rasa dhatu. When Kapha dosha affects the lymphatic system, it creates thickness, heaviness, and accumulation. This often shows up as persistent puffiness, sluggish circulation, excess mucus, weight gain, heaviness in the limbs, and a dull or lethargic emotional state. Kapha slows and thickens rasa dhatu, making it harder for the lymph to circulate and drain properly. Of course, each person has a unique constitution, and so imbalances can manifest differently, but it is common at this time of the year to experience both dryness and depletion from Vata, alongside congestion and heaviness from Kapha. This episode is sponsored by Kerala Ayurveda Academy. The internet is full of information about Ayurveda. We know that you have certain go-tos for your trusted sources. Kerala Ayurveda Academy, a worldwide leader in teaching authentic, unfiltered Ayurveda from the root texts, is offering a beginner course that will bridge the modern and the ancient. Ayurveda for Modern Living is a can't-miss course that will demystify Ayurveda in a way that is relevant and useful for today's world. There is no better way to learn than from Vaidya Jayarajan Kodikanath of Kerala Ayurveda Academy, and no time like now. Sign up or share your love of Ayurveda with someone who would benefit from this program. Use the code ELEMENTS50, that's ELEMENTS50, to save $50 on your purchase. And you can find all that info in the show notes. Ayurveda reminds us that rasa dhatu doesn't just nourish the physical body, it also carries emotional nutrition. When rasa dhatu is healthy, we feel emotionally supported, content, and able to adapt. However, when rasa becomes stagnant, it's not uncommon to feel emotionally stuck, unmotivated or apathetic, overattached to comfort, and resistant to change. This is why January is not about forcing productivity or pushing through. From an Ayurvedic perspective, this season is about rejuvenation, clearing, and restoring flow, gently and intentionally. And here are some gentle ways to clear rasa and support lymphatic flow. Rather than aggressive detoxing, it's important to support the body and mind through awareness, self-care, and consistency. And some supportive practices include warmth and hydration, so including warm water or digestive herbal teas and warm cooked meals to help stimulate the digestive fire, liquefy stagnant kapha, and support lymphatic drainage. Dry brushing and abhyanga, the oil massage. Dry brushing can be especially helpful if you're feeling heavy, sluggish, or kapha dominant, as it will help to promote circulation and lymphatic flow. And abhyanga, the oil massage with warm sesame oil or sunflower oil, which is a little lighter, is particularly grounding for Vata, supporting more lymph movement and nervous system regulation. And then you want to bring in some gentle rhythmic movement, like walking, rebounding, or slow vinyasa style yoga, which encourages circulation without depletion. Movement should feel steady and nourishing, not exhausting. And emotional clearing is important at this time. Journaling, breathing practices, and quiet reflection to help release what we've been holding physically, mentally, and emotionally. And digestive support, simple, nourishing meals. These should be warm with digestive spices and using seasonal vegetables. So visit your local farmer's market, avoiding cold and raw foods at this time. These simple, nourishing meals help to reduce the digestive burden so rasa dhatu can properly be rebuilt and ama and toxins can be eliminated. And this is why I offer my discounted group Digestive Reset Cleanse, which is starting January 23rd, because the body and mind truly benefit from this kind of holistic support at this time of year. Ayurvedic cleansing is not about restriction. It's not about fasting or punishment. It's about rejuvenation and promoting flow in both the body and mind. A cleanse that is tailored to your individual constitution, any imbalances you may have, and your lifestyle. And this will help rekindle agni and support digestion. It will clear the toxins from rasa dhatu and the digestive tract. And it will support the lymphatic system, boosting your immunity, and gently brings the doshas back into balance. This individualized cleanse simplifies life. Meals are planned, food choices are clear, and the daily self-care and mindfulness practices are supportive and realistic without causing overwhelm. And if you're feeling called to reset the body and mind and would like to feel lighter, clearer, and more grounded without extremes, then come join this discounted group Digestive Reset Cleanse starting January 23rd. This supportive group cleanse includes a private 90-minute online consultation with me so that I can tailor the cleanse to you and your lifestyle. Coaching webinars, which are recorded so there's no live events to attend. Yoga videos tailored to each dosha type. Meditation and pranayama tutorials. Whole food recipes that are easy, nourishing, and batch friendly if necessary. Ongoing online support from me, and of course, a private community for accountability and connection. You'll be supported with education, daily guidance, and a private community because healing happens best with awareness, consistency, and support. And you can find all the details and register on my new website, elementshealingandwellbeing.com, and I'll link everything in the show notes also. As we move into the new year, Ayurveda reminds us that clarity doesn't come from doing more. It comes from allowing things to move again. When rasa dhatu flows, life flows. Thank you for being here and for listening and for choosing a gentler, wiser way to take care of yourself this season, taking care of yourself with Ayurveda. And if you think this episode will be helpful to family or friends, please share it with them. And if you would like to leave a rating or review, I would really appreciate that. And don't forget to follow or subscribe so the new episodes download automatically for you. And come join me on social media. On Instagram, it's Elements of Ayurveda Podcast. And on Facebook, it's Elements Healing and Wellbeing. Until next time, take good care of yourself, be well, and bye for now. Slán go fóill.